In this video, you will learn how to export records from library databases and then import them into your EndNote desktop software. We're going to start by exporting some records from the library database. I did a search as normal here in the Start Your Research database, which is the main search box on the library homepage, and I did a search for research ethics, limited to peer-reviewed articles. I'm going to select the article that I want to export, click on it, and then I'm going to look for this database's export button. In each database, the button's going to look a little bit different. They may call it different things. Here, it's over in the right sidebar, and it says export, and it shows this piece of paper with an arrow pointing out. This is an EBSCO database, so any other EBSCO databases, such as ERIC or PsycInfo, will use the same export function. Other databases may call it something different, like download or cite, but generally speaking, they have an icon that looks something like this with an arrow that indicates that something is moving from here out to somewhere else. So I'm going to click on Export here. After I select an export, I'm looking at the Export Manager screen, and I'm looking for an option that either specifically names EndNote or instead lists RIS format as the option for exporting. And this first option here mentions EndNote specifically, but also references RIS format. RIS is the format that will import the records and put every piece of information in the correct field. It's formatted correctly for a citation manager. So most of our library databases will export in this format. A few export in a different format, and in that case, there's a slightly different import function, but generally speaking, it's going to be RIS, and it's going to be a very simple import. So all I have to do is hit save, and it is going to save the RIS file. Now the next step can be very simple. If this is Firefox that I'm using, and it opens up this window, and all I have to do to open my delivery.ris file is choose Open With this Research Soft Direct Export Helper and hit OK, and it will import my file. So that's a really simple automatic import. All you have to do is open up your RIS file either through Firefox like I just showed. In Chrome, the Chrome download kind of appears down in the corner, and you can click the file down there. Or in your Downloads folder, you can just double click on the RIS file, and that should also be associated with your EndNote software, and it will open up automatically. So that's a really simple import, and you can see that my imported reference is in the imported reference folder. The imported reference folder only contains the things that came in on the last import. So I only imported one record here, so this is the only thing that appears in imported references. The next time I import, this record will go away, and whatever comes in on the new import will appear here in this folder. If for whatever reason you're unable to do an automatic import like I just showed you, you can also do a manual import through the EndNote software. I've already downloaded an RIS file, so what I'm going to do is in EndNote go up to File and then Import File. I'm going to select the file that I downloaded. I did that off screen, this RIS file right here. And then the most important thing is the import option. We have to make sure that the import option matches the type of file that we are trying to import, whether that is a PDF attachment or an RIS file. So I'm going to select Reference Manager RIS. This just makes sure that EndNote knows how to interpret the file and knows to put the correct piece of information into the correct field. I'm going to leave it so that it imports even the duplicates. I can decide later if something is a duplicate that I want to get rid of. And I'm not going to worry about any text translation. So I'm going to import right now. That file goes into my imported references folder, and it automatically does a find full text for me. And it found the PDF and was able to attach that. This is not coming from the library databases. When you import from the library databases, it does not automatically bring the PDF with it. Instead, this is a function built into EndNote called Find Full Text. If I right-click on the record, you can see down here, Find Full Text. This is looking for open access PDFs on the open web. So it's PDFs that are freely available on the internet, but not our library subscriptions necessarily. This is a security issue, so we do not have this function turned on. Instead, you can use the Find Full Text function to pull PDFs into your records. I'll give another example using a different group. I'm going to choose these 2 records that don't have a PDF attached. You can see no paperclip here. I'll right-click, Find Full Text, and it's searching right here. These 2, both no PDFs available. So if I wanted to add a PDF to these 2 records, I would have to go into the library database, download the PDF, and then attach them using this paperclip icon up here. Remember that your imported records will show only the last import. So this is the new record that I just entered. The one I imported earlier is no longer in imported references. So those are the methods for exporting from a library database into the EndNote software. If you have specific questions about the databases that you use regularly, go ahead and ask a librarian. If you have any problems importing your references, again, let us know.